Welcome to week 5 of the 40 Days of Focus. Can you believe that we're on the home stretch, that we only have 1 week after this one, and we will have reached our goal of 40 days of focus. So this week we shift our conversation, and our question for this week is, what is the prize you're chasing? What's your goal? To ask it another way, what's your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? As we're on this journey, we set out to hear the voice of God for the next season. Why is that so important to you? What is at the end of this thing for you? What's the end game? If you get the focus, if you discover your purpose, if you figure out who God has called you to be and what He's called you to do, what is the expected result? What is the reason for you? To help answer this question, we turn to 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 8. In this passage, Paul is talking to Timothy. He says to Timothy, Timothy, man, I've done what God has called me to do, and I've continued to push ahead in the faith. He says, now the thing that awaits me is the crown of righteousness that I'll receive on that day when I see Jesus Christ face to face. In essence, what he says is that he's awaiting the reward of Jesus Christ's approval of all that he has done with his life. What is the reward that you're fighting for? As Paul tells Timothy about this, he's making reference to something that's pretty notable in that culture. In that Roman culture, it was common for when an athlete competed at the games, and when he won and did well at the games, what would happen is that each winner would receive a wreath, much like our athletes today receive a medal. And that wreath would be the symbol that all their hard work has paid off. What's the symbol that you have done a successful job at what God has called you to do? I believe we live in a culture where so many people define their prize as money. But I'll warn you that money is not a great prize. Money is a fine byproduct, but it's not a great prize. As a byproduct, we know that it comes as we be who God has called us to be. As I begin to progress in who God's called me to be and do what He's called me to do, I realize that money can be a byproduct of that, but it's not my prize. Because if money is my prize, there are so many different things that I can do to get it. I don't have to walk in my purpose to get money. I don't have to walk in obedience to God to get money. I can do other things, whether they be under the table or over the table, that can take me down that road if money is my prize. Money is such a broad prize that it does not require our focus to chase after it. I believe that the great prize we should be chasing is purpose in who God has called us to be, to fulfill the path which He has laid out before us, and make sure we do our very best to really honor that path and really walk along that path. So to help you on this journey, this week I'm introducing you to something called the DISC personality test. DISC is an acronym, D-I-S-C, and each of those letters represents a personality type or an approach to life that we all take. And as you take this quiz, it will give you results that are specific to you. I'll send you 2 links, one for a free test that's pretty short, just a few questions, and another that's very detailed, but I promise you it'll hit you right on the money, and it'll hit you right where you are. But here's the beauty of this test. As you take it, it will begin to realize your personality mix. It will tell you, hey, look, these are the mixes that come together to make your personality. And once you know what those mixes are, they will begin to show you what really drives you. I'll give you some examples. Type Ds are driven as decision makers. Type Is are inspiring. Type S's are stable. They love stability. Type Cs are very calculating. They're always thinking through that. And what you want to do is that you want to find how all of those things come together to make up your unique mix. I encourage you, don't try to figure out and try to guess at what you are, because this personality mix changes over time. To give you an example, I was one type just 3 years ago, and when I took the test again this year, everything has completely changed and is reversed as I've continued to grow and become different. And so this thing is flexible. And the great thing about it is that there is no right or wrong answer. In our society, in our culture, we need each and every one of these types. So one is not better than the other. They all have a place to fit. As a matter of fact, one of the best teams I've ever been a part of, we had a 4-person team, and that 4-person team was filled with people who all shared one of each of these types. And we had the complete package, and it was an amazing thing. And so I'm going to send you the link for that, and I want you to check it out. And as always, you can email me at lead@henrytalbert.com. And when you email me your resources, when you email me your feedback, I'll do my best to help you make sense of it, to help you figure out the truth of who God is calling you to be and what He's doing in your life. So in the meantime, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear what God is doing in your life as we finish up week 5 of the 40 Days of Focus.